Jesus' name.
Amen.
Hello, viewers. This is another moment with Papa J. You're welcome to the program. This is a conclusion from the last episode, the place of a mother-in-law in a marriage. I'm still Udochukwu Queen Ihoma. Here with me live is still my honorable Pastor Jacob. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
The issue of a mother-in-law in a marriage has been a controversial issue.
Yeah.
It's a very big issue in different homes. There are so much fighting, so much conflict everywhere. And so many women don't even like to have mother-in-laws. They'll first of all ask their spouse if their mother-in-law is late, so they can come in and not have any issues in their marriages.
That's true.
And I want to ask, why is it that wives don't want to accept their mother, their husband's mother, as their mother?
Well, experiences of the past, stories available to them can also influence such. The truth is, it takes only a woman to know a woman. It takes only a woman to know a woman. When a lady's sights are intending mother-in-law, she can tell you from that moment if the woman was going to be nice, fair, or loving. When a mother sees a young lady, an intending bride, she can tell you if this lady is going to make a good home.
How will she be able to do that? Is it spiritually or just having the intuition from the heart?
Unfortunately, women don't know their instinct power. There is this instinct embedded in every lady. They know. You see, ladies is farther than men. And so, there's this power of a woman. So, excuse me, you don't blame the women. A lot of factors can contribute on first meeting. Now, I said it and I want to repeat again. Every lady is a potential mother-in-law. And every mother-in-law was a lady.
Yes.
And so, this mentality should be in us. Women are afraid of the ladies their sons are marrying because they know by instinct that it takes only a lady to turn the heart of a man. And so any woman who wants to protect that, her precious jewel in the sun, and so she wants to filter whatsoever lady the man is bringing, because inherent in every lady is the ability to make a man yours. Every woman knows that. It is in them in creation. And so there is that fear from the mothers. And there is that agitation from the ladies, the wives to be. So why won't they accept their husband's mother as their mother? Is because of this fact. The woman wants to check a lady coming to protect her from losing her son. The young lady wants to double check the woman. It's like a game of chess. Okay, but when they start a relationship, the understanding of the mother-in-law, who is older, will go a long way in convincing this young girl coming to this home that yes, you can be welcome. All right?
Yes.
And so because the two of them, they have what it takes to stop this man. The lady, the bride-to-be, knows she has the power to control the man. And the only person that can stop her is the mother. The mother, on the other hand, knows that any lady myself falls in love with can take him off my hand. It is behind every woman. And so they are coming with this mentality. Why won't they accept? It is this mentality. And so either party got to convince each other that even though we have these powers in us, yes, I will not use it negatively.
Okay.
Do you get the point?
Yes.
Unfortunately, most men don't even know the power of women. That's why I said it takes a woman to know a woman. So that is the reason. But the conviction, understanding, and exposure of the mother is going to give the lady a level playing field to prove herself. The lady too coming should know her God. This woman has nursed this man until he's what he is. So the lady should also lower her guard, accept this woman, and also watch. So it's a game of chess going on in the life of the young man. Yes.
Thank you for that. I also want to ask another question. What must a wife do to enjoy the blessings of the mother-in-law? Because I know that some women don't even think that any good thing can come from their mother-in-law. Just like in the case of Ruth and Naomi from the Bible, where Ruth has already lost her husband and Naomi has already lost her son. And she has already told the woman to go, that she is bittered, she should go. And the woman refused totally.
Ruth refused.
Ruth refused totally and decided to follow her mother-in-law. She doesn't even know that what she was about to do will orchestrate a divine
program that she's not even aware of.
She's not aware of.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, it was that same mother-in-law that packaged her for her blessings.
That's true.
So is it possible for women of our own time to think that they can get some level of blessings from the mother-in-law?
Not some level of blessings. There are massive blessings inherent in your mother-in-law.
How can she get it?
Very good. Like I said, there's a game of chess going on. It's like a game of chess.
Yeah.
The young man is just a board. The wife and the attending and the mother-in-law, they're playing it. Okay? Now, a lot of factors must come in here. Look at the case of Ruth and her mother-in-law Naomi. You could see friendliness.
Yes.
So the blessings are wrapped. It's got to be unwrapped by being friendly. If the mother-in-law wasn't friendly, Ruth won't commit. So going. Don't forget, there were two ladies. The other one opted to going back. Not that she was not happy with the mother-in-law. Read the story. The Bible says she hugged the woman. Love. She kissed her. Respect. And she left. So the figure of Naomi is what we should look at as a case study. She was a good woman. She was a mother to those ladies. So it begins with our mother-in-laws. Yes, this is your son, is your all and all. But you should try, for the sake of your son, the same love you have for your son, transfer same to the daughter-in-law. To the extent you love a lady, to the extent you will enjoy her. It is the way you spread your bed, you're going to lie on it. Except, of course, the woman is wicked or witch, as it were. But again, there are women out there that have wonderful relationship with their in-laws. They even prefer to leave their husband to go and stay with their mother-in-laws. Why? So there are good women out there. Yes, there are terrible narratives going on about mother-in-laws, but there are sweet, loving mother-in-laws out there that are doing excellently well. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is important to state that there is 50-50. We have good mother-in-laws, we have bad mother-in-law. But mother-in-laws should learn to be friendly. One of the blessings of that is that you get to know your child, your husband better. Nobody knows your son, your husband better than the mom.
Wow.
Because in every man there is a son.
Yes.
In every man there is a child.
Wow.
And who knows the child is the mother. So when a lady pipes down, shows respect, courtesy of her own upbringing, she's going to get first-hand information about the upbringing process of her husband to me. So for me, it begins with the mother-in-law. Be a good woman. Why? You also have other daughters. How would you feel if they treat your daughters when you're treating someone else's daughter? Okay? So it begins with the mother-in-law. And again, this young lady that's about coming to the family should show sign of decorum. Show that she's been well trained and groomed by her own mother. We've seen cases on social media where a daughter-in-law slaps mother-in-law. I mean, besides marriage, Besides marriage, you don't raise your hand on an elder person. Besides marriage, forget about marriage. So it speaks volume of your own training as a daughter-in-law. So many things comes to play. The foundation or bringing of the lady, and also the acceptability of the mother.
Hmm.
Yes.
That's a good one. I want to ask another question. If you watch our home videos,
Okay.
like the one I've watched sometime, I saw a mother-in-law arranged with other members of her own family, and they storm into the son's house and threw the son's wife out of the house due to delay
Delay.
in getting pregnant. I want to ask, is it right if you bring it into physical reality?
Well, I think it's a very straightforward answer. All right, it is not right. Yes, having children in a marriage is lovely. Procreation is one of the reasons for marriage, but it's not the ultimate for marriage.
Okay.
You marry for companionship, you marry for fun and all that. But procreation is a vital part. And unfortunately, this part of the world where we came from, we place premium on children. And so some families may not be patient, okay, with the young lady. That alone puts pressure on the lady, can even delay conception. Because conception is also psychological. There is a frame of mind she must be to conceive. So when the families are putting pressure on her, it certainly affects the possibility of conceiving. Okay, so for the woman to organize with other family members to come chase the lady away is not permitted. It is condemned by all standard, right? Yes, I know there is a need for their children, for their son to have a child and all that. But again, it is not a woman. There are processes to having a child. Let them go for medical test. Before a family could do that, let it be confirmed medically that the woman has a problem and that she cannot have a child. If there was a medical report confirmed by practitioner and it appears that, oh, this lady cannot, by medical standard, have, the decision again is going to be for the young man to take. Okay? So let's assume there is a confirmed medical report that this lady cannot bear a child.
Okay.
That's why I said there are reasons why we marry, not necessarily procreating. So if other reasons they marry is still there and not procreation, the marriage can still go. Okay? In this part of the world, we do not value other means of having children. One can adopt.
Yes.
There's a rule of surrogacy.
Yeah.
All of these are options scientifically available that one can have a child. And so I condemn outrightly sending a lady out of a matrimonial home for not having a child. But having said that, there are cases, and I saw one just yesterday. A young man sent this lady packing. She went to call somebody to plead on her behalf. Okay, and when the young man came, he opened up that he went somewhere, and on getting there, he discovered that the lady had serially had abortion in a particular hospital. So this young man just went with a friend to the hospital to talk to a doctor that can help. The doctor asked, okay, can I talk to your wife? Or can I see your wife? And he showed the wife's picture to the doctor. Doctor screamed, I know this lady. She doesn't have a womb.
Wow.
The doctor happened to know the lady. This lady cannot bear you a child. She doesn't have a womb. I'm very much aware of her incident. Now, that's not the problem. If she doesn't have a womb and she was transparent enough
So I've told
to
the man.
telling the young man during their courtship period, well, I lived a funny kind of life or had an incident and my womb was taken off and all that. The guy going into the marriage consciously with that situation, it is fine. Now, in such a case, is a case of deception. Deception. The family may want to intervene, but sending her out, even in that, may not be the best. But the family on that ground can, because their child had been deceived into believing she's fine. Do you understand?
Yes.
But whichever way, she's still a human being and she has value and she should be treated with little of value. Don't just send her out. Why? That is where our culture came in the first session. Culture is important. You go back to your family. You go back to your culture. Okay, our son discovered this of your daughter. It can be discussed culturally, traditionally, and it can be resolved. Of course, they can be divorced from it, and of course, they can continue if they both agree to do adoption.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Another question I want to ask is, how can a man manage with his mother-in-law when he's financially down?
His own mother or his wife's mother?
His wife's mother.
Okay.
When he's financially down. Because I know mother-in-laws, especially from the wife's side, sometimes they are very materialistic. They want to see, it's actually the mind of every mother-in-law to see that the daughter marries into a rich home,
Yeah.
to enjoy the benefits of being married to a rich man.
Yeah.
They like it. And
You,
so
you like it?
every woman likes it.
Okay.
And then so when it's not there, what would the man do to
Okay.
please her?
Okay. We said it last 2 editions or so. A major factor in marriage is finance. And so during premarital counseling, there's a place for financial management in the area of finance. One, there's a need for transparency from the man. You see, I am of the opinion that the way you start up with a lady matters. If when the young man had money, he was fair to his wife, that the wife's family could see that our son-in-law is not treating our daughter badly, and something happened along the line, he lost his job, business went down and all that, they will, except they're wicked, they will always make reference to when he treated their daughter rightly. And so when you have it, let your spouse know you have it. When you are good with finance, let your wife know you are good. Not when you are down, you want to help, you want her to understand with you. But when you are okay, you are gallivanting, carrying women, drinking, clubbing. And out of poor business decision, you crashed. You want now your wife to understand with you in poverty. Of course, it's for better, for worse. But no mother want to take that.
Yes.
Why? When you had this money coming, you never invested in her.
Huh?
You never upgraded her. You never updated her. You never made her good. Are you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So marriage is for better, for worse, not for worse, for worse. When it was good with you, let her enjoy it. So don't just call her wifey when it is bad.
Okay, that means in the course of that, there should not be any secret about financial status from a man to the wife.
I said it in
The man should be open
yes.
to whatsoever he's making to
I
the wife.
quoted a scripture
Likewise, the wife to the man.
in one of our last edition. The Bible says the two were naked, Adam and his wife. The two, they were naked. Marriage is nakedness. If you are not ready to be naked to your spouse, don't go into marriage. Naked in all aspects, finances inclusive. Your wife should know what you earn even before she comes into the marriage. Why? It will give her a framework to work with before she comes. When you give her the impression all is well, and she build a castle in the air, that you can get her cars and all that, only to discover in the marriage that you lied, that man is in trouble. And so sincerity is key. Honesty is fine. Transparency is a must. A lady can marry a poor, transparent man, and she'll be happy. But be sincere with her.
So if a woman discovers in a marriage that the man was not transparent with her before marrying her,
Yeah.
what will be her stand if she decides to leave the man?
Unfortunately, marriage is an entanglement. When you sign the dotted lines, you are in, you are in. Of course, there is a way of escape via divorce. But like I told us in the last edition, divorce tears apart. It's not a journey anybody wants to go through. Okay? Now, the first thing that we do to the woman is to break her trust. And when a woman lost the trust of her husband in the home, that home is hell. That home is hell. Okay, but that may not necessarily take her out of the marriage, but her trust level for her spouse would have been reduced to the barest minimum. And even the man will not get the best of his wife. And that's why it's important to get these things right from the beginning. The idea is anything you know he will know that will make him get angry, tell him. Anything you know she will know that will upset her in the future, tell her. That's the transparency. Even in the area of finance. Okay? Unfortunately, many people are in this quagmire. They may not tell us, but they are suffering from it. I get what I'm saying. So when you discover, oh, my husband lied to me in his finance, she will not even tell you anything. But when you are saying anything, she's only nodding in her heart to look at you. She won't believe you. Even when you're not saying the truth. Now that is why structures are important in relationship. The woman go and meet somebody that she believes in, expresses her pain. The one cannot call the two of them, cause her to heal. I get what I'm saying.
Yes.
That again is another process.
Wow. Thank you, sir, for that answer. I want to also ask again, how can a man resolve a conflict between his mother and his wife? If there's a conflict between the two of them, how can a man resolve it?
Okay, it depends on the depth of the conflict. Okay, I said it when with our former host that no marriage is so bad that cannot be treated, and none is so healthy that needs no doctor. Okay, as long as we are human beings, offenses must come. There is no perfect being anywhere. The best of mother-in-law will step on the legs of the daughter-in-law, and vice versa. Okay, it is the willingness to make things work that matters. The husband is going to resolve based on the willingness of the mother and the wife. I said it. The woman, the wife and the daughter, or the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law, they are only using the son, the husband in this case, as a chessboard. They should consider the health of this young man. Because this man is torn into two. There is a vital part of him that belongs to the wife. Nothing on earth changes it. And there is a vital part of him that belongs to the wife. They don't crisscross. Women need to get this fact. To the much he loves you, he loves his mother. So women need to be told this truth. That he spends money on the wife doesn't mean he will not spend on the mother, and it's vice versa. So resolving it depends on their willingness to make peace work. If two women say there will not be peace, forget it, there will not be peace. The man can only just die. I get what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
But if the woman loves the son, for the sake of the son's health, he will love the wife. If the woman loves her husband, for the sake of her husband, she will respect
the mother-in-law.
The mother-in-law.
Wow.
So resolution is dependent on the two of them.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to ask the last question.
Okay.
Can a mother-in-law be jealous over the children?
Over the children? The answer is a very big yes. Very big yes. You see, except want to deny the obvious. You are just a girlfriend falling in love. This is a woman that betted this guy, carried him for 9 months, gave him suckle for over a year, saw him through primary, secondary school. You just met him 3 years ago, you say you are in love. The one that housed him should be in hate. If you, the wife, you are jealous, the mother should be super jealous. The Bible was clear. He said, can a mother forget his suckling child? Abba. So, I said earlier that every mother-in-law was a daughter-in-law. It's a road they've all passed. They should give us peace. They should give us chance to rest. You understand? But that a mother shouldn't be jealous of the son is a lie. It is even a healthy ingredient that should be exploited to make the man go forward. So our ladies need to manage this because God is going to bless them with their own son. And they are going to be in the shoes of the mother-in-law. When they call them a witch, how will they feel?
Wow.
So let the young man breathe.
Thank you so much for coming to this show. You have had our viewers. Oh, it's a very crucial matter. Mothers' place in a relationship, in a marriage, is a crucial one. I hope at least you have heard from my host here, and you'll be able to learn one or two from the topic. Thank you for watching, and please try to subscribe and click like for this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir.